Hello everyone, welcome. Just waiting a couple of minutes here before we begin to let everyone get into the webinar. Hope you're all doing well today. Maybe you guys could give a hello in the chat so we can see who we have online with us. We're excited to go live today. We have a really great topic to be discussing. It's all about understanding why your competitors might be showing up in AI recommendations before you are. So let's take a look at that. It's quite a hot topic. We have a great guest today. Just as we begin, I'll give it a couple more minutes. I know there's quite a few people registered here, so we might be showing up there in AI recommendations. Starting to roll into the webinar now. Perfect. All right. Just as we begin, we'll go through like a few little housekeeping items because, you know, with webinars, it's technology, there might be some issues. So I just want you guys to keep in mind that if for any reason we freeze, try refreshing your browser. We will email the replay of this webinar afterwards, so don't worry, it's being recorded. But if you do see it freeze or stop or slow down, just give it a refresh. And if for whatever reason we drop off during the webinar, don't worry, we will come back. So just wait a couple of seconds for us. We will come back in because these things, they're never perfect. Give us a shout out in the chat. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, who you work with. It would be interesting to see the mixture of people that we have here in the group today. I'm sure there's a lot of different verticals here. So let us know who you are. We can say a hello back. Throughout the webinar as well, if you do have questions, please do not hesitate to just pop those questions into the chat. We are going to have one of our hosts here, Roseanne, who will be monitoring all the questions. She will let us know when one comes in so that we can kind of answer it live as we're going through things. I think that's important so that you can get as much of the information during the webinar as possible. We'll also have some time at the end where we can, you know, go through questions. You guys can ask what's on your mind. So please feel free to use that to interact with us here. All right. I think we can kick it off now. It's been a couple of minutes. So let's just jump right in. For those of you who I've not met before, I'm Leanna. I am director of Converge Agency. And what we do is we help brands to scale their affiliate programs. We help them to create strategy, and we help them to manage those affiliate programs day to day. And I think the topic that we're going to talk about today, and I'll introduce my guest here in just a moment, it's incredibly important because, you know, we're all kind of working towards the same goal, which is how do we get seen by customers? And with customers changing the way that they're searching for products and services, we really need to be on top of what's happening within AI. So you are getting a very exclusive look at this new tool. Our guest here, Matt Hurd, he is kind of in the most amazing place because he sits at the interaction between, you know, affiliate marketing, SaaS, and AI-driven discovery. So he's going to walk us through the tool. He's going to show us what it can do, and really the most impressive part, you know, when we got the demo ahead of time, was that it gives really actionable items that you can take forward, you can use for your brand, and you can start to see the difference in how you're cited now versus maybe before you started taking these actions. So I think that's incredible. You know, it's also going to give you some insight into how your competitors are doing. So Matt, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, happy to be here.
It would be great to hear a little bit about yourself and exactly what you're doing with this technology and what you're going to show us today.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm Matt. I've been with Cloudflare AI and Publish Discovery for just over 12 months now. So it's been an interesting journey into it all. Obviously, Publish Discovery platform is very heavily focused on the affiliate side of things, the affiliate landscape, and everything like that. When the conversation started around the AI visibility, we started trying to work on it straight away.
Mhm.
It's taken some time, but now we're in a really good position to sort of show that off. The key shift that I'd like to obviously cover today is the visibility like arc and how that's being discovered. And there's certain angles you can go down, but our platform, we're trying to sort of get it all into one place to make it not just why is it happening, but then to action those things like you mentioned before. So yeah, super interested to show you, or happy to show you what we've built.
I think what you showed us before, it could be applied in the affiliate space, definitely, when you're doing your publisher discovery and what are the things that you need to do with your partners. I also think that there's other marketing channels who are going to find this incredibly useful as well. So, as we go through, if anyone has questions, again, just pop them in the chat because I know Matt will have some good insights for us here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the tool that I'll be showing today covers SEO, PR, brand, even web auditing. It does all sorts. Obviously, I won't be able to show it all today.
Yeah,
It is quite a mammoth of a tool, so I'll keep it very direct and try to get everyone's attention into it. And then, yeah, if you want to see more of it,
absolutely.
obviously, I'll be here.
Perfect. And if you guys do need to get a hold of Matt afterwards, just let us know. We can put you in touch. I know he's on LinkedIn, so you can also catch him there. On the screen as well with me is Roseanne. Roseanne is a member of the Converge team, and she will be helping us with your questions. So if you have questions, pop them in the chat. But also, if you are on LinkedIn or if you're on YouTube watching this webinar, you can also put your questions there. She will be monitoring those. They won't appear for us right away, so she'll bring them over and help us to manage that so that we can catch everything, all the questions, all the comments, okay? All right. So as I mentioned, Converge, we are not a fits all marketing agency. What we do is help brands with strategy and planning. We help them to scale their affiliate programs. We've been doing this for many years, and if you do have questions for us, if there's something we can help you with, please do feel free to get in touch, and we will be happy to book a call and have a good chat about what we're hearing about here right now, or anything that you need to know in the affiliate space. So, Matt, I think what we can do is just jump right in here with the CloudFind AI and see what is going on. You can walk us through it. I'm sure we will all have, we'll all be poking you throughout the webinar. So please, go ahead, get started, and we can take it from there.
Amazing. I will just share my screen for you now. So what I am going to show you is the new AI platform that we've all been talking about. So we're going to cover the shift that obviously most teams haven't fully adapted to yet, and that's how AI systems are influencing the brand discovery in terms from like that new starting position of going through an AI versus going through like Google, for example.
Yeah.
Most companies are still optimizing via SEO, ads, and then affiliates in isolation. But a growing amount of category discovery is happening inside the AI systems themselves, where the rules of visibility are completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So the core questions that I would like to obviously help everyone answer at the moment is how is your brand actually being represented by AI recommendations? Which competitors are consistently being surfaced ahead of you? And then what causes that difference in visibility? And then most importantly, how do you improve yours? And the uncomfortable truth is most brands are assuming that their SEO performance equals their AI visibility. And that is no longer true. And then this is where the Geo tool comes in. So what you'll be able to do here is there's a certain places where you can start, but I think the entity level was always a really good place to get an idea of what the AI knows about your brand anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So for this example, I'm using Patagonia. You simply put in the domain, hit analyze, and then it will give you what it knows about it. Is it a brand, advertiser? And it will give you scores based on like certain LLM standards, trust and reliability. And at any point you want to improve one of these scores, you can just click it. So I've gone for customer service efficiency, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It's then said, this is the action plan that we're going to get. This is the reality check of why it thinks we should improve it. And then if I click improve discoverability, there's two options. You can do it yourself, or you can do it through the AI agents that we've built into the platform. If you then click this, it's going to then analyze the request that we've done and then go through certain aspects in terms of the review execution. And then you can simply hit approve and execute, and it will go off into the sideline and start doing those things. And I'll show you what the output looks like at the end. But then what you can also do is just carry on using the platform whilst it's doing those things in the background. Not only can you do the entity analysis, you can do entity versus entity. So you can see how you stack up against your competitors head to head in the AI visibility space. So I've chosen Patagonia and Really.com, and it will score you on everything. So you've got your AI authority, your sentiment, depth of content, and so on, and you can see how you're stacking up against them. If you look after more than one brand, you can actually do an entity set. So you can put in a bunch of all at the same time, and it will give you set A and set B. So if you are looking after more than one brand at a time, then you don't have to do it one at a time. Don't worry, you can do the set analysis as well. Not only does it go through the entity level, it actually goes down to the product level. So I've chosen one of Patagonia's puffer jackets, and it will score based on what it knows, the general knowledge, the detailed depth. It will then recommend publishers based on this product. It will recommend influencers. It will go through like YouTube, sentiment. And again, at any point you want to improve this, say up-to-date scores looking a bit low, you can click this. It will then generate the action plan, and then you can get the AI to go off in the background and do it. Once you've got chosen one of your click action for assist, you can simply go ahead and do that as well. So what we're trying to do is obviously not just show you where this is happening, but why is it happening, and then more importantly, like I say, go off and get like the fix for it or help improve that score.
So the publishers that it's recommending, these are the ones that are being cited right now. These are the ones that have some authority.
Correct. Yes. So everything that it's going to recommend you will be in order to improve your AI visibility. So they're not just picking publishers that are just bigger in the space. It was because they've optimized their content to be scanned by AI, and then the AI can then find that information faster.
Excellent.
And then you can go to category dominance. So I've gone to, again, Patagonia, and then gone into jackets. It will give you your knowledge depth, the value. It will tell you what it likes about it, what's its flaws about it. And again, at any point, you can click one of these and go away and fix it. Then you can even go down to the macro level. So I've gone to hiking, and it will tell you the brand dominance in this current category, what your maturity level is in there. It will give you the AI sentiment, the gap, the pivot, how you can fix it. And then it will tell you media publishers you can go with. If you've got a really big competitor in the space, you can actually build an attack plan, quote unquote, to go after what they're doing as well, to then sort of leverage on what they're doing to help you grow yours, which is a really cool aspect that you can go down as well. It will tell you the threat levels in terms of, are they going to be recommended more than you? Are they not? And you can kind of go through this either one at a time, or you can do it all at once. It's really how you want to adjust the workflow on that.
So building the attack plan is going to give you actionable items to go out and actually rank even higher than your competitors.
Yeah, correct. So I've done this already down here. So if I go to my agent library and I click this, you can see what it's done on this one. So this is actually a different action plan than I did before, but I've said I want to recruit outdoor adventure blogs, and this is one of like the pre-done ones of where it's gone, deliverables it's done, and it will go through all of that list as well. But if you do go to the actual action plan down here, it will align it to the competitor that you're in using their actual publishers in their affiliate program to then obviously come back to you to make sure that you're on those pages as well.
Very cool.
So that's the product side, the entity side. Then you've got Logicforce. So if you just want to make the platform work for you, you can do that. You can drag any of these in. I won't do this one now because it does take some time, because you can put as many as you want in here. But if you want to come in, say on a Monday, and you want the platform to have done a bunch of things, you can set timers up inside the platform so that every Monday it will build you a competitor gap analysis and then product intelligence and a market leaderboard. So when you log in Monday morning, you'll have all this information here for you. So it's all automation. You can time it. You can set it to certain days of the week or whatever fits your workflow as well. Then there's the action plans that we touched on. It's just doing that at the moment. You've got the agent library. So this is where your deliverables go. Once you've hit do it with AI, they all come back in here. The article bank is basically your memory in terms of where it's going to come from. And then you've got the automatic or the autonomous team. So you can hire agents to do certain things. So you can say like scout for affiliates, PR watchdog, and you can go through certain aspects as well. I won't touch on that too much now, but you can kind of make it do what you want it to do very quickly. Affiliate discovery is fun. So instead of manually going through what you want to find, and you can kind of just tell it, this is what I want. So I said, find me outdoor adventure blogs, and it will tell you who they are. Why does it think it's a good fit? So Patagonia could fit their eco-conscious outdoor lifestyle angle. So instead of trying to like manually go out there, you can just tell the AI, hey, I want to find these. And it will then give you a match score based on the likelihood that they would accept your affiliate proposal as well. If you are in a lucky position to have loads of people trying to join your affiliate program at once, you can vet them through the actual platform as well. So again, I won't do it now, but you can put in a bunch of the publishers that are looking to join your affiliate program. If you do have a heavy compliance with who comes in, you can then vet them all at the same time. So knowledge gaps is a really fun one. So you basically put in your brand, put the niche that you want to look into. So I put sustainable outdoor clothing. It will then tell you what the perception is of or in that niche that you've chosen in terms of the brand versus the niche that you're in. And it will tell you the relevancy in terms of the user query, in terms of like high opportunity queries you can try and look for, give you some search volume as well. So this is almost like the prompt side of things. But a lot of the information that we're doing is from the training data itself. So where other AI visibility platforms are trying to basically measure the AI visibility, we're actively trying to engineer it through the training data itself. We can identify the root causes of that invisibility and then fix them through the automation and the end-to-end execution that we've shown you.
So since this is a publisher discovery tool, and I know publisher discovery quite well,
yes.
In terms of reaching out to the partners that it's suggesting, does it still have all of those bells and whistles where you can find the contact information, where you can help create your outreach emails and flows within here as well?
Definitely. So when the actual action plans get built, it will find the contacts for you. It can write the emails for you, and then you can send them directly through the platform as well. So it's all done very much like the PD side of things with the automated outreach now, where you can identify the publisher you want to reach out to, hit recruit, and it does all the work for you, and it will reference certain things to make it really like credible to what you're trying to achieve as well.
So in order to see changes that might be happening as you're, making these improvements, does it give you an alert if something is to go up or down in authority within the LLMs?
There are certain ways that we can track it. So at the moment, what we've done is we've actually built the visibility index in here. So this is actually a simulated one because in terms of the data that it gets, it can be quite sensitive. So we've simulated this, but you'll be able to see over the last 6 months what's happening within your program in terms of like the AI index that's changed, the market share, the brand trust and technical SEO. You can see all of that as well. But this is going to be like your tracking metric. So what's happened over the last 6 months. If we need to increase that length, we can do. But this will be where you go, okay, I've made these changes. What's actually happened? And you can track over time where your growth is, what your competitors are doing at the same time, and go from there. But like I say, this is actually a simulated one. But if you do sign up to the platform, that will be real-time data on that one.
Yeah, I think that's very important, especially in a position as an account manager. If you're running a program and you need to go to your to your executives and show them exactly why it's important, what progress you've made, how you've gotten there, I think that report is key.
Definitely, and we know that as well in terms of trying to like if you go to your boss and be like, well, the platform told me to do it, and he's like, okay, well, what's changed? We've provided the metrics to be like, well, I've done what it's doing, and this is the results that we're getting, and then therefore you can keep going on as well. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's not like as we started using AI tools going in and searching for ourselves, and we're trying to use what we see with our eyes when we do the searches as a customer. This is giving you everything in one spot.
Definitely. Yeah. So just jumping on, so we're now in sort of the SEO and content side of things now. If we go to knowledge gaps, So this is where we left off. The audit suite is a really fun one. So this will break down the brand in terms of like a 25-point audit across brand identity, marketing performance, and digital health. So it will give you a ton of different like points and scoring on certain things. You can see every single one of them here. It will then go down to like technical web and all sorts of stuff. You can go down to your benchmark to see how you stack up against your top competitors in sort of like time frames. And again, at any point you want to fix one of these, you just click it. It will give you the action plan down here. You can then go and then try and then fix that as well. So every point in the platform is actionable. If you wanted to do like a homepage audit, we can do that as well. I won't show too much on this because this is actually real time, and I obviously don't want to give too much away from the Patagonia side of things. But let's say this here, it will actually generate the code for you to fix that inside of your homepage. So not only is it going to tell you why it needs to do it, it will then go ahead and give you the code to then fix that thing as well. But there is a ton of information on here. There's like, if like the website side of things or web audits is a big part of where you're looking to achieve, and it is a big factor of what AI can find about you, because it's normally the first place that it goes to look. If you're not optimized for that, chances are you will be missed out in sort of like the live search data, because if it can't find you after a certain amount of time, it gives up and it goes somewhere else. So this is a very important part of the platform, but like I say, I can't show too much because it is live at the moment. Influencer side of things are very important in terms of getting picked up in AI. Yes. So we've added a influencer halo, or we called it the creator halo. You can set certain like metrics out. So you've got macro, mid-tier, micro, untapped, or poach. So if you want to look at the ones that are already working for your competitors, you can do that as well. It covers YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at the moment. You just basically type in what you want it to find. You put your brand in, it will then go away and then find ones. It will even give you the pitch idea. And you can go from there as well. Tell you their follow account on what social media site that they're on. And obviously, when it comes to influencers, you need to make sure that they're very compliant and there's no scandals going on, so you can actually vet them in the platform as well. Again, I've not done this one because the information it gives me would be live, and I didn't want to put anyone out there in the world in a bad view if there were any scandals going on. So I've left it blank. But all you would need to do is put their name in there, their URL, hit run vet, and it will basically go through everything that it can find, tell you if they've had any scandals, is there any online drama. It will give you a score based on the safety of them if you did sign them as a influencer for you. And I know that can be a notoriously painstakingly long thing to do. So even if you use this as the starting point and then do a bit of a deeper dive if you feel the need to, at least you've done a lot of the hard manual work inside the platform to then help your side of things as well. A few more things I probably want to touch on, just because I know that there's so much in here that we could probably talk for hours. In terms of getting picked up in AI, social media posts and social posts are actually a big part of it. So what you can do is you can generate posts through the platform, or you can evaluate posts as well. So basically what you can do is you can put in where you want it to go. Is it LinkedIn, Instagram? Doesn't matter. And then what you can then do on that is then it will write the post in the best way for the AIs to then be able to pick it up. Or you can use a post that you've used in the past potentially, and then put it in there, or one that you think you're going to post, and it will give you little critiques in terms of the ways that the AI will be able to scan it easier. So that's another really fun thing that we can add into there. Risk and reputation, again, won't go too much into this because it is live, but what it will tell you is if the AI is picking up negative things about your brand, it will tell you where those are. So this is a Trustpilot review. Obviously, I won't go into it too much, but it will then tell you, okay, this is why I'm finding this information. It will do criticism feedback as well. So like certain negative reviews or anything like that, it will tell you what the analysis is, where did it find it, and you can go through there as well. There's also, go ahead. Did you have a question?
Oh, I was just going to say, so this is amazing because it will help PR, it will help you in account management on the affiliate side. It really does help with brand reputation. So every single channel can be using this tool in order to figure out exactly what they need to do. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we've tried to touch it on because so many factors come into play when it comes to AI visibility. We wanted it to be like a one-stop shop. So there's multiple different platforms and products to be able to to do all the things that what we're doing. You need to buy about 4 or 5 different platforms to be able to touch the same amount of points that we're going for. So that's why we've kind of come at this angle. The way that it's set up in terms of signing up, if not all of it's relevant to you, don't worry, you don't have to buy it all. There are different levels to sort of committing to it. So if you're just interested in the affiliate side, there's an affiliate package, or there's a package that will fit you to be, I just want to use this part, because I know there are so many aspects that come through this platform. So we set it up in a way that it just makes sense that the people that do sign up are using it just for the things they want to use it for. We've also got blind spot monitoring. So this will give you a score based on certain things. You can change it from different regions. So I put in some competitors into the Patagonia program, and it will generate a score based on your affiliate program health, how many publishers are being found by AI in terms of the ones that it can then go out and use their content to recommend you, the average quality score of those publishers, the links analysis, SOV analysis. There's recent performance as well. So if overall score may change to recent score. So you can see that Patagonia has done something very recently that then increased their scores. And then the improvement gap in terms of what's happening over time. So share of voice versus actual market share as well. So that's just the fun one that you can do to generate over time. You can come back and check it, see how you're getting on. So that almost goes in line with the visibility index as well in terms of tracking the metrics that you've done these changes to. That's a really fun, good one to go back to as well.
If there's anyone else out there like me, if there's something that has to do with numbers and I can watch the numbers, I'm in there like every 10 minutes, refresh.
Exactly. And one of the cool parts of the platform, especially ones that in terms of checking things over time, at any point you do something, you can go to history and it will actually say things you've done. So if you for this example, if I had this in here, but I wanted to look at a different set of competitors and deleted these, it would save these ones for me. So you don't have to keep entering the same information over and over again.
That's
so it will save.
Very, very nice for agencies.
Exactly. So yeah, it's that time saving aspect too. So everything that we're trying to do is be optimized, make the workflow easier, and just so everyone gets to where they need to be very quickly. There's a few more things that I'll touch on, and then I'll probably stop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry to disturb. I just have some really cool questions here.
Yeah, no worries.
One. So basically, he's saying great features. The product has evolved a lot since the last time he's used it. His first question is, how reliable are the results? The scope of analysis is very broad, which implies a huge number of computations. What is the basis of the scoring? Because currently, the LLMs don't really provide that much of a benchmark.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a really good question. In terms of what's actually happening, it's very category specific. In the actual metrics themselves and what's in the background of it, I'm not the most technical person in the world. What I can do is I'll send over the white paper that we've written around this in terms of where's everything coming from, the accuracy of the data in terms of real world situations. When we did one of the, I think it was the audit suite for one of the biggest home meal kits in the world, shall we say, we showed them this, and they were actually working on, I think, 4 or 5 of the points that it's already highlighted, and they were blown away by how accurate its recommendations were. So that's real-time accuracy, but in terms of getting down to nitty-gritty, I can get the white paper sent out to everyone that was on here, and then that will go into a lot more information than I can right now.
Perfect. Thank you, Matt. So that question was brought to you by another Matt, and I don't want to attempt his surname because I will embarrass myself, and I don't want to. There's a second part to the question. He says that he's sure this works great for the UK, but what about other countries? I used it for Eastern Europe in the past, and it didn't return many results.
So I think in terms of the platform that you're seeing now, this is brand new, so nobody's used this. I think the confusion is coming from the Publisher Discovery platform, which is going to be the actual affiliate only platform, and that's been live for a long time. We have made consistent improvements to that. So in terms of if you used it about a year ago, the results it gives you now are very different based off of the work that we've done with this platform, and then optimized what we've actually put into the other platform itself. That is completely different to what you're seeing now. So in terms of the actual what we're showing today, it is global. If I go back to, where was it? I think it was this one. You can actually set up to any region. You can actually configure it into your own account when you're there. You can set your job role, where you are, and it will actually tailor results specifically to the markets that you're in as well. So yeah, we do have region-specific aspects into the platform as well.
Perfect. Thank you. That's it from me.
No worries, no worries. But in terms of what's left, I think we've actually touched on most of the ones that I can go over today. And we've got like the overall scoring. The Prism one is actually quite a cool one. So this is again back to affiliate marketing. What this will do is it will highlight where multiple competitors are that you're not. So I've just put in two for example. So I put Backcountry and Colombia and then Patagonia.com. It will then generate a table based off of the ones in terms of the quality score, so the highest quality score of the publisher and the connections that they share. So you can see that both Backcountry and Colombia are on here, but Patagonia aren't. And there's a reasoning in terms of why this is important. So there's 132 of them in here. If two of your competitors are on there and you're not, probably likely to try and get on there. So this is a really good way to sort of try and see where multiple competitors are at one time that you're excluded from. And that's one more angle that you can take in this platform as well.
Amazing. I think my favorite thing about the platform is that it does give you actionable things to go and chase after, and it really breaks it down. I mean, with the publishers, for example, maybe you're already working with a publisher, but you're just not on the correct page, and this can give you that insight, which is great. So thank you so much. You brought the whole platform to life with that demo there. If anybody wants to get a hold of Matt, please let us know, because I'm sure he would be happy to have a further discussion with you, especially if there are specific needs that your brand has or things that you want to be looking into. Let's actually, we have about 20 minutes left. Let's open it up to more questions. I'm sure there are others who have questions here, or maybe want to see if there's anything within that demo that you want explained a little bit further. We have a few minutes, so please feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Even if you are on LinkedIn or YouTube, you can drop your questions there, and Roseanne will grab those and bring them over to the main page here.
I have one more question from Matt. So regarding the comment to analysis being held for the brand mentioned in the demo, is there a possibility to obtain a white paper for a specific brand, including identified pain points, so that they can compare where they see certain patterns and use this as a preliminary validation of alignment in conclusions?
Yeah, definitely. Great question. So we are actually offering free visibility reports for the brands you want to look into. So in terms of what that will show you, it will be a version of that 25-point analysis. So it will give you the scoring on everything. It won't give you the fixes, but it will tell you where you can obviously improve. So we can do that with anyone. So it's actually linked to the website, which I think you'll have a link to after this. If you click that, there's two options you can go to. It's either do a live demo or request your AI visibility report, and you'll get that in a couple of days from doing it from there. And we can do that for any brand you want to look into.
I think you might get a bunch of requests.
I think so.
You're gonna be busy.
I actually have the call to action on the screen now, so if anybody wants to click through, you'll go straight to the page that Matt has mentioned.
Thank you, Roseanne. Perfect.
Perfect. I'm just going to check. I think I have. So Matt wants to reach out to you. Matt, I can connect you to Matt. So you guys can talk about that. I do have a question on my end, and I'm taking a step back here, just because I think it's important that, especially being in the industry for as long as we have, we sometimes take for granted what people sort of understand. There are people from different levels here, different verticals, different roles. So I'm going to put you on the spot, Matt and Liana. If you could, for a moment, just give us a one-liner in terms of what do you think a brand would use this for, a publisher, a network, something like that, just so that we can sort of understand. Like it does so much. There's so many questions it answers. It really deep dives. But I'm talking about in day-to-day, what do you think this would be really useful for, and how would they use it?
Yeah, they're great questions. So if there's one thing that I hope people take away from this today, it's this. So every brand has an AI visibility profile, whether you're tracking it or not. The question is, can you see it, measure it, and improve it before the competitors increase the gap if they're doing it. The way that I see the platform working is very much over how you want to sort of analyze things, because it's so flexible. I would go into it myself if I was an affiliate manager and just go, okay, what's stage one? What's my visibility profile? I feel like everyone can start there. Choose one or two things you want to improve and then work your way down. The thing with AI visibility is it will never be perfect, because the way the AIs are doing and moving things, everything's changing constantly. But what it gives you is the best chance to get picked up. And once you're picked up, it's very hard to then be excluded again, because the AI gets into the training data. And that's the really important part. You can never replace what's in training data. The only positive thing you can do is put more information into it. So once it's learned something, it tends to stay there, because it will always track that training data first before it does a live search. So in terms of how I would do it, as I would say, what is my visibility like in terms of the entity level, and then just work your way down.
I think for publishers as well, because you did mention publishers, Rosanna, I think for them, they can actually see how they're helping you as a brand to improve. So they can see where they are being cited. And then that way they can help brands more effectively by putting the right type of content, and of course, having that positive sentiment within that content as well. All right. Are there any other questions before we let you guys get back to your busy work days? As I mentioned, the webinar is recorded, so it will be available, and Matt has offered a lovely brand review for anyone, so go ahead and click that link that Roseanne put in there. If there are no more questions today, then I think we will give you some time back. If you do want to get a hold of us, it's very easy to do so. Converge.io. I'm Leanna, so you can get me at lk@converge.io. You can also just go to our website, fill out our form. We'll get in touch with you. And as I mentioned, the link for signing up for the free audit is in there for Matt. And if you do want to get a hold of Matt, he's also on LinkedIn, or we can post his, we can help you get in touch with him at any point in time. I hope that what we saw today was helpful to you, especially, if you're just at the beginning of understanding where your brand actually ranks in AI. I think this tool is very special because it does, as Matt said, give you from multiple different perspectives and channels. So it's kind of like everything in one spot, as opposed to just a simple visibility tool where you get an idea of where your brand is ranking. And it also gives you those actionable things to go and carry out so that you can start to see your visibility grow. So very, very cool. Thank you so much, Matt.
No problem at all. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, if anybody is interested, get in touch. We'll be here, and we will put this recording out for everyone to watch if they want to see the demo again.
Perfect. Thank you. That was great, Matt. Thank you. Thanks, Leanna.
Awesome.